In a dying future Earth, ravaged by environmental destruction, humanity is desperate for escape. Out of nowhere, a giant black sphere appears near Mars. In response, 6 astronauts board the spaceship Achilles and are sent to investigate. They spend 8 months in hibernation during the journey. Carla, one of the crew, dreams repeatedly about her daughter and mother, who both died in a tragic car crash 2 years prior. With only 8 hours left to reach the sphere, the crew awakens. As they reacclimate, Carla notices Ruben is unsettled from his first hibernation experience. She advises him to rest, but Ruben instead chooses to blog, motivated by his massive following. Carla joins Commander Paul to scan the sphere, but the ship's AI fails to detect anything. Carla suggests turning back, but Paul insists on continuing. Ruben grows increasingly anxious due to the unknowns. The crew contacts Vance, the head of the mission, who pressures them to proceed, as Earth is anxiously awaiting answers. Later, Carla hears her mother's voice in the corridors, but finds no one. At the same time, Ruben is jolted awake by eerie whispers. Back in her room, Carla gets a video call from Vance, who expresses concern over her behavior. The call abruptly ends as the ship's AI detects an anomaly caused by the sphere. Carla rushes to the main deck and sees the sphere emitting a brilliant beam toward the ship, triggering system issues. The rest of the crew arrives, and Tez suggests the beam is guiding them. The AI then picks up a sound from the sphere. Carla analyzes it and deciphers the repeated word, Deus, Latin for God. Ruben panics, begging the crew to abort the mission, and storms out. Carla proposes halting the mission to restore communication with Vance, but Paul insists on pressing forward. They later find Ruben crying, convinced the light is Judgment Day and that the voices confirmed it. He believes Paul is hiding something and demands control of the ship. Moments later, Paul fatally shoots Ruben. Coldly, Paul instructs Ulf to get body bags. Carla, disturbed, grabs Ruben's knife and confronts Paul, who angrily insists on following orders. Ulf places the bodies in hibernation chambers instead of body bags. With 3 hours left, the crew separates the main frame from a smaller ship to maneuver closer to the sphere. Carla spots a strange structure on the sphere's surface. Upon landing, they re-establish contact with Vance, who informs them that thousands of similar structures have appeared on Earth. Paul sends Carla, Ulf, and Sean to explore. The surface is completely dark and unrecognizable. When they reach the structure, it is revealed to be a gate. A glowing light emanates from it, and a symbol known as the Event Horizon appears. Carla calls it the end of existence. Suddenly, a message comes through their comms. Welcome. A woman materializes in the gate, telepathically communicating via the AI. She claims to represent the Creator, offering a choice: enter the gate for eternal peace or face death when the sphere destroys Earth. The woman then transforms into Carla's mother, claiming someone awaits her inside. In trance, Carla steps into the light and experiences a vivid flashback of the car crash. She then sees a golden city where her daughter is waiting. Before they can reunite, Carla awakens on the ship's table after suffering a seizure. She vomits and is disoriented. Ulf explains she collapsed after exiting the gate, and that Sean is dead. Carla recounts her vision of the Golden City, comparing it to Jerusalem, but avoids mentioning her family. Vance probes further but grows skeptical. Paul, irritated, exits the room. Carla questions Sean's death. Ulf claims his suit ruptured, but Carla finds this implausible given Sean's experience in the suit's durability. Still suspicious, Carla expresses a desire to return to the sphere, but Ulf says the ship is already departing. In a corridor without cameras, she confides in him about her family and distrust of Vance and Paul. Ulf returns to the deck, where Paul questions him, but Ulf lies and says Carla revealed nothing. As the AI announces upcoming hibernation, Carla inspects Sean's body and suit, then sneaks into Paul's room using Ruben's knife. On the security feed, Paul sees her and sends Ulf. Carla discovers a gun and confidential files. When Ulf arrives, she holds him at gunpoint. She now knows he was once a top-tier soldier in the elite corps. Ulf insists he's no longer involved in violence and knows nothing about the sphere. Carla forces Ulf to the deck and confronts Paul, accusing him of hiding Sean's murder, which she believes was a gunshot. Paul claims her actions are mutinous, punishable by death. Vance interrupts via video, insisting he's not the enemy and showing global chaos caused by the sphere's footage. Carla is stunned. Paul seizes the moment to attack her. She fights back and shoots him fatally, but is injured in the process. After the call ends, Carla threatens Ulf, who confesses to killing Sean but refuses to harm her, wanting answers too. She decides to trust him, and he treats her wound. Carla wants to return to the sphere, but Vance controls the AI. Ulf reveals he has an override code, though activating it would disable propulsion and delay their return to Earth by over 5 years. Carla despairs, but Ulf proposes an alternative. She contacts Vance, threatening to destroy the sphere. In response, he unlocks files revealing that he built the sphere himself. There is no God. The sphere cannot destroy Earth. It was a manipulation to scare people into entering the gates to their deaths. Vance's goal was to reduce Earth's population by 15 billion. He admits to implanting a chip in Carla's brain after orchestrating her car accident. Devastated, Carla accuses Vance of monstrosity and recalls her mother's belief that everyone deserves a chance to live. Ulf then contacts her. He has reached Achilles' core. Realizing their plan, Vance activates the ship's self-destruct. With only 3 minutes left, Carla ends Vance's call and gets the separation code from Ulf. As explosions rock the ship, Ulf urges her to leave without him. She initially refuses, but eventually detaches the main ship, believing he's lost. Miraculously, Ulf contacts her, having escaped in time. They reunite and share a drink, though Ulf reminds her that detonation must now be done manually. Carla agrees. But when the ship reaches the sphere, Ulf locks Carla out, sacrificing himself so she can return to Earth with the truth. Carla watches the sphere explode, and now alone begins the long, 7-year journey home. The AI announces the countdown. Humanity's fate rests with her,